Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 29 December 2022, the last Thursday of the year. And yet we will have a knife sale on the Apostle P channel right now. Before we get into the meat of the sale, let's do a little bit of housekeeping as usual. First up, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale, which I will post on the screen for you in just a moment. I'll also reprint them in the description underneath this video. Also in the description, at the very top, above the terms, you're going to see 3 links to previous videos on the channel. The first is to my primer for buyers video. That is a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale. It explains how everything works from the buyer's perspective. So if you're new to this weekly sales event, please give that a watch. It'll make your purchase experience go much more smoothly. The second link is to my FAQs for Consignors video. That one explains how this works if you are a potential consignor, someone offering knives for sale during this weekly event. And we are in need of consignments. Consignment inventory has never been this low in many a year. So guys, if you need to move along some of your collection, please watch the FAQs for Consignors video and contact me, and we'll get the ball rolling on generating some cash for you. The third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the TheApostleP Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. So in the description, you'll have the 3 links. Then the terms of the sale. Then at the very bottom, the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps on the left, pricing on the right. In that pricing column, you'll normally see 2 numbers. The one to the left of the slash is the price of your knife as shown in the sale video. The number on the right is the price of your knife sharpened by the TheApostleP Knife Service. There will be space for 4 next day sharpened knives this week. So the first 4 knives purchased to be sharpened will be done tomorrow the 30th and shipped with all of the inventory bought as shown. If you fall outside those first 4, expect your knife to ship in about 3 weeks if you want it sharpened. If you see the word sold in lieu of pricing in that far right column, that means the knife you're looking at has been purchased, bought, paid for by its new owner. No need to send an inquiry about that. I believe that is it for housekeeping. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you, and we'll be right back with the sale. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First up, we have one from Stroup Knives, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Veteran-owned and family-operated maker of handmade custom knives. The one we've got for you tonight, and it is one of the 3 leftovers from last week, is the Bravo 5 from Stroup. Comes in this super finely crafted Kydex sheath with a big old tech lock. You can see the milled gray G10 handle. Inside, we got us a knife. Crafted of 1095 plain carbon tool steel. Satin ground flat saber bevel. And then we've got sort of a milled texture pattern. The whole thing then dark acid stone washed and then sharpened. Beautiful little thumb ramp. Excellent ergos in the hand. Blade length is 3 3/4 inches. The handle is 4. Got a nice lanyard hole. As I said, handmade in North Carolina. We'll call this one near mint in box. It might be like new in box. Price of these brand new on the web is about 200 bucks. We ran this one last week at 150. We dropped it to 130 on the weekend. It's still here. So let's do 120 on this one, like it is. 145 if you like an ApostleP Edge. And next day, sharpening is available if it's one of the first 4. It looks to me like that edge has been refined just a bit by the owner, just so you know. So yeah, 120 like it is, 145 with an ApostleP Edge. The Stroup Knives Bravo 5. Next up, we have the 2 cold steel combos left from last week. And they are very similar, so make sure you know which one you're committing to. First one is cold steel combo number 1. Comes with a Safe Maker 1 and an Urban Edge plain edge. Okay, both knives are like new in the box. First, you got the Safe Maker 1. It is a push dagger with a Cray-X handle. Comes in a Secure-X molded plastic sheath, which with what looks like a belt or boot clip. Extricate this thing. So here's your blade, crafted of AUS 8A, 4 inches in length, and then a 2.5 inch handle. We have the backside hollow ground, and then the front side chisel ground with a fuller stonewash finish. It is like new in the box. These sell new web pricing for 45 bucks. And then the second knife is the Urban Edge, also a push dagger. This is flat ground on the backside, chisel ground on the front. Also AUS 8A, 2 1/8 inches of blade, 2 1/16 of handle. And then notice no clip on this sheath, so it's got a beaded chain, suitable for neck carry. Okay, these sell new for 22 bucks. So 45 and 22 is 67. Plus tax, plus shipping if you buy them new, right? We ran them last week for 45 bucks for the combo, and that is shipped priority mail. They didn't sell, so we dropped them down to 40 for the weekend. They're still here, so this week, $35 for 2 genuine cold steel push daggers, shipped priority mail, plus another 35 if you want me to sharpen the Safe Maker, then plus 25 more if you want me to sharpen the Urban Edge plain edge. Okay, let's get those guys out of the way, and that'll bring us to cold steel combo number 2. So this is basically the same set of knives, Safe Maker 1 and an Urban Edge, but this is going to be a combo edge, Urban Edge. Okay, so the Safe Maker 1, jeez, making a mess. AUS 8A, 4 inch blade, 2.5 inch handle, Cray-X handle, Secure-X sheath, push dagger, hollow ground all the way across on the back, chisel ground on the front, belt or boot clip sheath. It is like new in the box. These have a web price brand new at your favorite retailer of 45 bucks. Then you're going to get the Urban Edge, combo edge, flat ground across the back, chisel ground across the front, double edge affair. So plain edge on one side, serrated on the other. Cray-X handle, Secure-X sheath, no clip, so you get a beaded chain for neck carry. These retail on the web at your favorite retailer for 22 bucks. Plus 45 is 67. We ran these as a combo last week for 45 bucks, didn't sell. Dropped them to 40 for the weekend. Still here. This week, 35 bucks. Plus 35 to sharpen the Safe Maker, plus 25 to plus 20 to sharpen the Urban Edge. So 35, 70, 90. Okay. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 4. And that's in your inventory as cold steel combo number 2. See if I can put all this stuff back so it doesn't fall apart like it just did. Okay, next up, we're into the cold steel folder portion of tonight's sale. We're going to kick it off with the Spartan. The Spartan. This is a folding rendition, a folding interpretation of the Kopis knife. The Kopis, K-O-P-I-S. We have a, I think they call this a Grivex handle. Reed Grivery or fiberglass reinforced nylon with kind of a modified Anso pattern. Oh, and you can see the glint from that edge. That means I have already sharpened this for this consignor. So it will probably say Cold Steel Spartan TAP for the Apostle P in your inventory. We've got that big belly hollow ground blade in AUS 10A, beautifully stonewashed. Thumb plate deployment. Andrew Demko triad lock mechanism. Mid lock on this one. Let's see if it flops. Yep, pretty much. So beautiful action. Beautiful centering. How's the lockup? Well, it's a triad lock, guys. It locks up like a bank vault. Blade length is 4 3/8. Handle 6 inches. And it kind of locks into the hand, by the way. Condition on this will be near mint in box. The only reason not brand new is because I have sharpened it. It does have both clips. Right hand clip is installed, lefty clip is in the box. These have a web price brand new of $64 at your favorite retailer. This one, with my edge already on it, $50, shipped, priority mail. No need to sharpen. That's the Cold Steel Spartan TAP. Next up, I teased you guys about this yesterday. Man, what a piece of history this is. I'm telling you what. A thing of beauty. This is the Cold Steel Large Espada in full dress trim. You have polished aluminum bolsters, end caps, and liners. Now, these things, because they are aluminum, they pick up hairlines like nobody's business. And this has been carried a little, so it's got some of those. Then you got scales of beautiful polished black G10. These are right-hand tip up only, by the way. You got thumb plate deployment of that. Well, what do we call that, guys? It's an Espada, I guess. It is a swoopy Spanish clip. Beautifully satin finished. And the steel on this one, I believe that says CTS XHP. And this one, just like the Spartan before it, is sporting an TheApostleP Edge. Oh, the lockup is, it's rock solid. Triad lock, by the way. Super free. And the centering is close. It's close. I think it favors the right very slightly. Condition, I'm going to say near mint in box. Now these are still available new. However, they will not come with XHP, right? They will come with S35VN. They will cost you $330. This one, in the most sought after steel they were ever produced in, CTS XHP, can be yours for $290 with my edge already on it. That is the Cold Steel Large Espada polished TAP XHP. Why so specific, you ask? Well, here's why. Because next we have the second most sought after Espada of all time. It's a G10 Espada, large size, with the ODG10, and the XHP blade. That is 5 7/16 inches of PVD coated, beautifully set and finished CTS XHP with that stunning upswept clip. You get the coarse OD green G10. Right hand tip up clip is installed. Lefty clip is in the box. Oh yes, oh yes. Rock solid triad lockup. Beautiful action. Centering is dead down the middle. And it's wearing an TheApostleP Edge. Yes, it is, and it is sharp, boys. A beautiful example with a beautiful edge. So this is in your inventory as cold steel large Espada OD TAP XHP. They are sold out. They're gone. Don't think they're making these anymore. I did find one sold listing on eBay for the identical knife. Not wearing my edge. That one sold for $267. This one with my edge on it, which would cost you $30. How about let's do $230? Like it is, no need to sharpen. That's cold steel, large Espada OD TAP XHP. Next up, again, be specific on your I'll take it for this knife, because we have two similar knives. This is the cold steel Tiger Claw Serrated, just like the box shows. What we got is a ringtail folding karambit with an ambidextrous polished clip tip up, black G10, triad lock, thumb plate deployment, fully serrated, cold steel edge. Blade steel is CTS XHP. You've got a 3 7/16 blade measured from the tip to the handle, and then from the handle to the end of the ring you've got 6 1/4. Okay, so how's that work? Like that, right? So let's see, how's the lockup? Well, it's a triad lock, meaning it's perfect. Action is nice and free and smooth. Centering is down the middle. Condition is near mint to like new in the box. These are available brand new at your favorite web cutlery purveyor. Cost you $130 brand new. This one can be yours $80 like it is. No need to sharpen that serrated edge. That is the cold steel Tiger Claw Serrated. Next up, and the reason we were so specific on that last one is because we have another cold steel Tiger Claw plain edge. So let's see, it'll say in your description, cold steel Tiger Claw plain edge. So same black G10 handle, same ringtail folding hawkbill karambit, tip up right or left hand pocket clip, triad lock, waveable thumb plate opener, plain edge blade, CTS XHP steel. Blade length is 3 7/16. Handle to the end of the ring, 6 1/4. Lockup is perfect. Action nice and free. Centering on this one, again, down the middle. Condition will be near mint to like new in the box. Price of these brand new. If you can find a plain edge one, I'm not sure you can, but if you can, it'll be $130 brand new at your favorite web retailer. Probably have to pay some sales tax, maybe some postage. Not for this one. Let's do $100 all in, shipped, priority mail. $130 if you would like an TheApostleP Edge on it. That's in your inventory as cold steel Tiger Claw plain edge. Next up is the Rob's Pick for tonight's sale, and my goodness, this is the coolest K-bar I think I've ever seen. And it comes in the box. How about that? It's a big, long box. And I think if I can get the label in the screen, it's the 1266 modified Tanto K-bar. Okay. So you got a big long molded plastic sheath, which you can see by its molded impression for the blade that this will be ambidextrous. I've got one snap, two snaps, and then I got molded nub retention. I got to sort of pull that away and out comes the blade. Are you looking at that? Are you looking at that? So modified Tanto does not mean Lynn Thompson American Tanto. That's Japanese Tanto. Saber ground from about halfway down. A gorgeous cut swedge. A super sweet tip. It's a straight spine knife, but it kind of gives you the illusion of a trailing point. Standard K-bar sort of powder coating, right? Blade length on this one is 8 inches. The handle, which is Kraton, is 4 7/8. Your normal K-bar crossguard, your normal pinned pommel. That is so cool. Condition is near mint in box, but wait. Did you see the glint? It's got an TheApostleP Edge already on it. That was 30 bucks. So guess what, guys? Online you can buy this knife brand new for 92 bucks plus tax. This one with $30 of my sharpening already on it. And the only reason I'm not calling it like new is because it's been sharpened, right? How about 75 bucks shipped priority mail all in? That might be a deal. I'm having a hard time letting this go, frankly. I don't have a full-size K-bar. It would be wrong for me to snag the Rob's pick out of the sale, though. Okay. Let's move on before I do something stupid. Next up, you don't see this very often. A Tops knife in the box. Nobody keeps their Tops boxes. Inside we have a Wild Pig Hunter Blackout Edition. So it won't have the crappy coating that rusts. How about that? We've seen that more than once on this knife sale. We got a Kydex sheath with the amazing swiveling Tops spring clip. Great thumb brake. And this has the blackout coating. I'm not sure what it is, but it seems a lot like Serrated to me. No hint of rust anywhere. There is one little funky spot in the coating. Even though it's like new in the box, it does have that little strange spot right by my thumb at the base of the swedge. 7 9/16 inches of 1095. Looks like 3/16 thickness. Big old crossguard. Black G10 handle scales that are removable with red liners. The handle length is 5 7/16, so nice and long, lots of real estate. And a pointy tip. Man, what a gorgeous knife. These are out of stock everywhere. When they were available, they were 175 bucks. Web new. This one can be yours. Like new in the box. $1.50. $150 like it is. $185 if you'd like my edge on the Tops Wild Pig Hunter Blackout. Next up, this is an interesting knife. We have two of them in different colorways, so be specific in your I'll take it. Comes in this big old white box, and it says RMJ USA Korbin Nitro V Tiger Stripe. So we have a birth card. Says it was made in 2019. The model is the Korbin. It is a fixed blade karambit. Steel is Nitro V. The sheath is Kydex. And it's called Tiger Stripe because of that. That is orange and black layered G10. Beautifully milled for texture. I think that's Kydex. Beautifully molded to the knife. It is definitely Kydex. And then I think the belt plate is also Kydex. And you can go like that. You can go like that. You can, I don't know if there's more ways you can configure that. Nice thumb brake. Here you go. Black Serra-coated blade in Nitro V, 3 inches in length. Plain hawkbill edge. Flared aluminum tubes holding the scales on. Big old ringtail. I think the ergos are beautiful. Yes, sirree. Blade length is 3. Handle is 4 3/16. How does it fit in the sheath? Beautiful. No rattle. Great retention. A little bit of rattle. Sorry about that. Condition will be like new in box. And this colorway was a Knife Center exclusive. They're sold out. When they were available, they were $235 new. And I think they're pretty sought after. You can buy this one like new in the box, all in, shipped. $195 like it is, $220 with my edge on it. That is the RMJ Korbin Karambit, ORBK, orange black. Okay. Next up, we got another one from RMJ, and it's also a Korbin in Nitro V in the dirty olive colorway. Okay, so same knife, same Kydex, same Kydex 4-way belt plate. Now this blade, also 3-inch long hawkbill karambit, also in Cerakote, but this is a bit of a more matte finish, and it's almost a charcoal. The scales on this one are black and OD green G10, thus the dirty olive, right? Blade length on the Korbin is 3 inches. Handle length is 4 3/16. Flared aluminum tubes holding those scales on. Nitro V steel. It is like new in the box. This one also is out of stock. When it was available, it was $235 web price new. You can buy this one though, not a dealer exclusive, $170 like it is. $195 with an ApostleP edge, and next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 4 tonight. That is the RMJ Korbin Karambit OD for olive drab, BK for black. Next up, the first of 2 Bark River knives in tonight's sale. This one comes with no box, but who cares? Comes in the gorgeous pancake style leather Bark River sheath. You can go horizontal, you can go cross draw, and here's the knife. A stunning piece, guys. So what you have here is a Bark River Mini Tundra, a beautiful combination of the Canadian shaped blade with the Aurora handle, very large aluminum Corby bolts, matte finished black canvas micarta. You got a 4-inch blade, a 4-inch handle. Superb ergonomics, a great blade shape for everything you need in the woods. You can hunt, you can process wood, you can make dinner. It is a first production run knife, crafted of Elmax from Oodleholm, right? A very high saber convex grind. Condition on this one, I'm going to call near mint to like new, no box. These went fast. They are long out of stock. This knife would have been about $230 web retail. It can be yours, shipped, priority mail, all in. $195 like it is. $220 if you'd like an ApostleP edge on it. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 4 tonight. That's the Bark River Mini Tundra. If you thought that was cool and rare, how about this? This is from Busse, and it is one of their smaller knives. This is the Badger with the Kydex sheath, with the big old Kydex belt loop. And here's the knife, the crinkle coat epoxy finish, Spearpoint blade in Infi steel, 3 7/8 inches long, a 4 7/16 inch handle, in milled OD canvas micarta, flared brass tubes holding it on. Looks like we've got at least 3/16 blade stock, but full flat ground. Very, very nice package, guys. No box with this one, but it is absolutely like new, no box. They're discontinued, they're out of stock. You can't find one anywhere, trust me. I looked. Similar sized buses in Infi steel, though, selling on eBay between $400 and $500. This one can be yours at $325 like it is, $350 with an ApostleP Edge. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 4. That's the Busse Badger. Next up, boy, here's like an old pair of Levi's right here. How about it, boys? So a first generation axis lock mini Recon 1 with the coarse G10. I got no box with this one, so it's going to have the right hand tip up clip only. Aus 8 blade in the old sort of Teflon-y coating, showing a little bit of wear. Interesting, it's got more coating wear than it does edge wear. Triad lock, mid-lock variety, locks up rock solid as you'd expect. Super free blade action. Blade is going to favor the right side slightly. So we'll call it, with that coating wear, we'll call it excellent, no box. How about $40? There's a great glove box knife or a go bag knife. The Cold Steel Mini Recon 1 Spearpoint, $40 like it is, $65 with an ApostleP Edge. And here might be the coolest knife in the sale. This is a Spyderco Perrin PPT Sprint Run Murdered. So a Sprint Run from Spyderco. It is a Taichung knife, beautifully finished S30V blade. Gorgeous satin, full flat ground, modified Warncliffe blade, kind of a harpoon warny. Beautiful jimping, I mean beautiful. Whether you're back in this grip or whether you sneak forward, you got another set of jimping up there. Very cool, 3 3/16 blade, 4 1/4 inch handle. And Spyderco calls this a Reeve integral lock, thick titanium, covered in sort of an Anso pattern, black G10. The clip, the hardware, all blackened, even got a little finger texture for extraction on the deep carry clip. There's your lock engagement. It's rock solid. Super sweet action. Perfect blade centering. The blade length is 3 3/16, handles 4 1/4 if I didn't mention that. So we're going to call this near mint to like new, no box. They're discontinued. They're out of stock. I did find one in sold listings on eBay that sold for $250. Country Knives had one, and they no longer do. It's out of stock, but they sold that at $329. This one can be yours. No box, but near mint to like new. $220 like it is, $245 with my Edge. That's the Spyderco Perrin PPT Sprint Murdered. Time to turn the page. Next up, from Great Eastern Cutlery, and this lonely beauty has no tube, and the price will reflect that. One of my favorites. It is a number 44 Buffalo Jack, or as I like to call it, the 44 Magnum gun stock, baby. There is your big usable clip with the PPPH, or usable pen, I should say, and your gorgeous, robust clip point main. Model number is 441218. 3 9/16 inches of closed length, hot dog shield, Gabon ebony covers, pull weight 7.5, perfect walk and talk on both blades, perfect centering on both blades. It does have some handle wear in the bolsters and the end caps, just slightly. Might be the least expensive one of these that you've seen in a while, guys. $165 like it is. $195 if you like my edge on both blades. And next day sharpening is available. That is the GEC Tidioute number 44 Buffalo Jack. Next up, this, you know, I said the PPT might be the most special knife in the sale, but it might be this one. From the Tidioute line of GEC, we have a number 14 Lick Creek Barlow, model, 142116 in yellow heartwood. When's the last time I saw one of those available? Does come with the Lick Creek Barlow button. And here's the knife. With steel satin hardware, which I think, it just gives it a little, like a little gunmetal effect. It's very gray, and it looks great against that heartwood. Oh, man. It's almost, even though it's like saw cut, it's got a little chatoyancy to it. Just beautiful. 3 1/16 inches of closed length. A single Spearpoint blade with the genuine Barlow etch. Cut swedge long pole. And the PPP on the back. Made in 2016. So it should have, and it does, the TIW tang stamp. Unobtainium, guys. I couldn't find one of these anywhere. Pull weight is about 6.5. Walk and talk are yummy. Very close on the blade centering. I'll call it near mint in tube with button. How about 195 like it is? 215 with my edge. That's the GEC number 14 genuine Barlow. Next up, another one from Great Eastern, an SFO for gun stock jacks. It's a number 86 oil field jack, model 861219 in bloodwood, and this is some of the best looking bloodwood I've ever seen. Just look at that. Ooh, it gets better over here. Got that sort of modified gimp shield. What are these, like 3 3/4 closed? I forgot to write it down. Polished plain bolsters and end caps. Front side main clip point blade with the gun stock jacks premium knives etch. Pull weight a 7. Perfect walk and talk. Backside pen with the, backside sheep's foot with the PPP etch. Both blades beautifully centered. Condition near mint in tube. I could only find one of these knives in the sold listings on eBay. It did $225. Let's do on this one $190 like it is. $220 with an ApostleP edge. That's the GEC Tidioute number 86 oil field jack GSJ SFO for gunstock jacks special factory order. Next up, here is a piece of history from 2006. I have no box for this one. Just a generic microfiber pouch. Look at this. It comes with the mini MPEG ET training video that will show you how to operate your Kershaw external toggle designed by Grant and Gavin Hawk. And this is the Urban Camo version. So I believe this handle is crafted of aircraft grade aluminum with that Urban Camo pattern. So here's how the ET, the external toggle, works. You pull this tail section down and it releases the blade, which can then swing through its arc and lock up. Okay. The blade is an interesting looking affair. Crafted of DLC coated Sandvik 13C26 steel. And can you see the date? April of 06. Model number is 1900 UC for urban camo, BLK for black blade. There's ball bearings in here, there's nuts, there's screws, there's the design signature. Can you sweep it like that? I don't know if you can or not. Yes, you can. With the thumb plate. Condition on this, near mint, no box. I saw 2 sold listings on eBay. One was $215, and I think it was kind of a roughie. And then the other one was $390 in this configuration. Your price on this one, $200 like it is, $225 with my edge on it. That's the Kershaw ET. Next up, we got one from Emerson. We've had one of these in the knife sale, and it sold so fast, and everybody commented, that was a steal on that knife. And I think we got this one at the same price. It's going to come in a generic pouch, and you'll never use the box. This is the Emerson Multitasker EDC1. So I think these came in 2 configurations, and the only difference was the coating. The more expensive one was this one with the PVD coated D2 blade and PVD coated tools. Pretty cool multi-tool. G10 scale on this side, and then over here I've got a spring retainer for this removable tool, which has a couple scrapers, a bottle opener, and some hex drivers. Let's see if I can get it back in there. Yeah. So let's go through the tool set. Main blade with the Emerson Wave. Combo edge. Only so V ground primary bevel chisel ground edge. And that is on a liner lock. And then when you flip it over, there's another liner lock tool. If I can find it. Here we go. Nope. Where is it? Here it is. It's the awl on the liner lock. And then the other tools have like a lockback mechanism. So you have a flat blade screwdriver, and you depress this rocker. And then on the other side, there's a Phillips head screwdriver. Same mechanism. It locks at 90. Whoops. And it locks at 180. Emerson clip. So yeah, these are out of stock everywhere. When they were available, they were $190. Web new for the PVD version. This one can be yours, near mint, no box. $125 like it is, $145 I sharpen that blade. That's the Emerson Multitasker EDC1. Next up, oh, one from my personal collection. This is in the old gray Spyderco box with an old model number. If it's the FB05S, which is the original Spyderco Temperance with the full SpyderEdge blade. Comes in a Kydex sheath with a tech lock. A beautiful full flat ground VG10 blade. And this would have been a Spyderco collector club knife, 161V, full SpyderEdge, VG10. Oh, what a slicer. 4.5 inch blade, 5 inch handle of overmolded FRN. I love that thumb dent for the reverse grip. I'm kind of ambivalent about selling this actually, because it probably should go in the saddlebag of my adventure bike. But see, I've already got a knife designated for that. So this one's going to go. It's an old knife. What is it? Late 90s, early 2000s? But it's like new in box. You can't buy one new, obviously. I did find one plain edge, one of these, in sold listings on eBay. It did $185. This one can be yours for $140. And you know, you guys aren't going to hurt my feelings if you don't buy it. Oops. How about this way? Come on. Come on. Was I right before? Yeah, I was right before. So yeah, $140. No need to sharpen. That's the Spyderco Temperance SpyderEdge. Next up, our second and last Bark River in tonight's sale. Now, this knife has a story. It's a little creek, so it comes in the tiny box. This is a micro EDC. Comes in the tiny sheath, fold over. You can carry it on the belt. You can drop the whole thing in your front pocket, right? 2 9/16 blade in A2. Now, one year, I can't remember what year, I walked into Mike Stewart's office, probably at a grind in, and he said, hey, you need to go over to Knife Ship Free, which is when they were still in Escanaba. I just did a run of Little Creeks, and I tried something different with the A2. I ran it at 60 to 61 Rockwell. So I ran over and I bought this from Derek. So you got a 2 9/16 drop point blade, a 3 1/16 natural canvas handle, and this is one of those knives that the pinky wants to hang out on the back, right? It is full height convexed. It's got my edge on it. It's a freaking laser, guys. But frankly, I don't carry it. It's too small. I love it, but I don't carry it. So one of you guys can love it. We'll call it near mint in box with an ApostleP edge. Your price, $110. Shipped priority mail. And you will love it if you like tiny fixed blades. That brings us to the last knife in tonight's sale. Another one from my collection. This will probably be the last one of mine you guys see for a while, because I am fully culled at this point. It is a Northfield number 94 Freedom Jack, model 941121 in garnet jigged bone. One of the times that GEC ran a red and it didn't look pink. This is gorgeous red on the garnet 94. Triple line bolsters, plain but chamfered end caps. It's kind of like a mini gun stock. Single clip, polished Northfield etch, long pull cut swedge, 3 3/16 inches closed, but a robust 7 on the pull weight. Perfect walk and talk, perfect centering with an ApostleP edge. We'll call it near mint in tube. They are, of course, out of stock. Sold listings for the Freedom Jack in this configuration on eBay between $125 and $168. How about for this one, $110, all sharpened up and ready to go. The GEC Tidioute, that says Tidioute, but it's a Northfield. Number 94 Freedom Jack with an ApostleP edge. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of another weekly knife sale on the ApostleP channel. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Now commence to clicking. I'll talk to you soon.